Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Moody with the High Roller. Hope everybody's doing good, feeling great. UFC 283 just wrapped up this past weekend, and it was definitely a wild night of fights. We got to give a quick shout out to Glover Teixeira and Mauricio Shogun Rua. They both retired this past weekend after losing their fights. I appreciate you guys. And the UFC now has two new champions, a new flyweight champion in Brandon Moreno and a light heavyweight champion in Jamal Hill. And after Brandon Moreno won his fight against Figueiredo, the crowd in Brazil went crazy and turned on Brandon Moreno, started throwing bottles and cups and stuff like that at Brandon Moreno when he was trying to exit back to the locker room. So it was pretty wild. And out of the 15 fights on the card, 10 of the fights were finishes.
Not bad, not bad.
So all in all, it was definitely an entertaining night for fight fans. But in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to review the 4 finishes that occurred during the UFC 283 prelims. And then we're going to break it down to see how the fighters who won were able to complete the KOs or submit their opponents. And with this, hopefully you guys can use this analysis to apply whatever you learn in your own training, or maybe you guys just find this stuff entertaining, you know? Either way, let's not waste any more time and get into the video. So starting with fight number 1, we have Gabriel Bonfim versus Mounir Lazzez. Okay, guys, from my analysis, what I see is Lazzez was getting a little frustrated because Bonfim was able to get the few exchanges that they threw, and from this, his aggravation causes him to try to take Bonfim down, but Bonfim was really good at ground game, jiu-jitsu, so he was able to capitalize on the situation. But just to show what I'm talking about, as you see, they exchange. Bonfim lands 1, 2, 3 punches on him during the first exchange. They go again. He's able to land a left hook on Lazzez, and then Bonfim throws once more, gets a left hook on him, and then Lazzez goes and tries to take him down, but Bonfim sprawls back a bit, gets his guillotine in, drops to the floor, and then so he rolls back over his shoulder, regroups Lazzez's leg so he can't move anywhere. This also makes the choke tighter. And this guillotine that Bonfim is doing isn't actually a throat crushing guillotine, but it's more of like a blood choke. So the blood supplies that's going to Lazzez's brain is being cut off because of the pressure that's on the side of his neck. That's why he doesn't tap instantly. It's not like a throat crushing guillotine. It's more of a blood choke. He could chill there for a little bit, but the lights are slowly gonna go off until he's unconscious. That's why he has to tap. Not very painful, but it's, you know, you're gonna go out. But yeah, so that's Bonfim versus Lazzez. Now let's get into the next one. Fight number 2, we have Melquizael Costa versus Thiago Moises. Moises was able to win via rear naked choke, and so let's see exactly what happened during the fight. How I think Moises was able to beat Costa was by being very committed and diligent, staying calm with his ground game, his ground and pound, and his grappling was just very dominant during the fight. And then eventually he was able to take Costa down and break him. So after being super dominant on the ground against Costa in round 1, Moises continued the same thing in round 2. After using ground and pound to land blows on Costa's forehead, splitting him open, Costa was able to get back up, and this is where we see Moises taking Costa's back. He wraps up his leg, takes him down, and then gets both hooks in, spins to his back, taking Costa's back, and then he has the underhook on the right side, gets underneath his chin, or like basically on his chin, hits him with a few body shots, opens him up a little, and then he's able to get his grip all the way. And it's more of like a crank, but you guys can see Costa's belly. Let's slow it down real quick. The stomach isn't moving anymore, and I think this is somehow he was getting choked, or he just didn't want to be there anymore. But yeah, but that was a super crazy performance for Moises. He was able to break Costa through grappling, ground and pound, and then eventually with that neck crank / rear naked choke, he was able to get the submission over Costa. Great job, Moises. On to the next fight. All right, guys, so fight 3, we have Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira, which Bruno Ferreira was able to win via knockout. And let's play the tape so we can see exactly what happened. All right, guys, so before this knockout, Bruno Ferreira was having a little bit of trouble reaching Gregory Rodriguez. Gregory Rodriguez was doing a good job keeping him out of range. And so every time Bruno Ferreira would throw, he was just a little bit off target. He was throwing spinning attacks that wasn't the most efficient thing to do during the fight. but then eventually he calmed down and he was able to let Rodriguez come to him, and Rodriguez backed him into the corner. Okay, yeah, so Rodriguez backs Ferreira into the corner. Ferreira slips the punch, and now he's using this left hook as a rangefinder. He knows he's just out of range. See, he's just out of range of Rodriguez with that left hook. He uses this right hook here as a feint. He's making it seem like he's trying to punch with the right hook, but in all honesty, he's just trying to step forward with that right leg. As you guys see, he steps forward, gets in perfect range. Bow! That straight punch knocks him out. Beautiful shot. All right, guys, in fight 4, we have Shogun Rua versus Ihor Potieria, which Potieria wins via TKO from punches. So let's play the tape to see what happened. It was a pretty good back and forth first round, and then this is where everything turned. You guys can see Potieria throws a nice right hook and clips Shogun almost in the back of the head or above the ear. Pow! And that's when Shogun gets a little bit dizzy and off his feet, which Potieria takes great advantage of, throwing a bunch of hooks. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Look at this trip. He gets a hold of Rua, gets the overhook, underhook, turns his body, and while turning, he kicks the leg from underneath Rua, dropping him to the floor. And then he gets north-south, and then continues up with the hooks. 1, 2, missed that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But yeah, so beautiful work from Potieria. Shout out to Rua, you're a legend, bro. Yeah, man, it was a crazy night of fights, man. But shout out to the Bonfim brothers. I think they both made their debut and had some crazy, tremendous finishes. So I hope you did learn something from these breakdowns, and I hope you can maybe apply it into your own training, or you just maybe found it entertaining and pretty cool to learn about. But if you did get something out of this video, please do me a favor. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. You can follow me on Instagram at I am moody mula. And if you guys seen any of the fights and saw it a different way than I broke it down, please let me know in the comments what you thought about the fights and how you thought the fighters were able to set up the KOs and submissions. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. I appreciate you guys very much. Peace out.